Erin here. I have part 2 of my annual spreads and January. So I am setting up for 2018. As you guys saw in my last video, which I'll link above if you did not see it, I have set up my year at a glance, my birthdays and holidays tracker. In the comments, some people mentioned that I don't have a lot of holidays. I started with the ones that I know and the ones that are federal holidays that I have off of work, and then I'll fill in the other ones. But I really wanted to make sure I noted the holidays that I have off for work. So, and Veterans Day I know is not the 12th, but I put the little O there because that's when we observe it for work. So I have the 12th off for work. So I'll continue to add those, and I'll just add to the bottom. Then I did my quarterly goals, which I've shared on Instagram as well. As you can see, I did do something on the other sheet that bled through just a little bit. And that wasn't because of this paper. It was because I went pretty rough on it to get the blend just how I liked it. So I did this for my quarterly goals. And then I did an Instagram tracker and a YouTube tracker. I just thought it would be really fun to note the big monumental ones. Because as you guys have seen in my past videos, I usually go through my November review and I put how many followers I gained and then the difference from one month to the other. But I thought it would be really fun to just have a note for those big ones, and I'll color these in when I get to those goals. So I thought that would be fun. And I am adding a weight loss tracker, which I saw this on the Facebook group Bullet Journal Junkies. So I'll link below that post and give credit to that person that created this. I'm only doing a half a month because I'll probably only get through 6 months in this journal. And then I'm starting January. So if you have seen in my Instagram stories, I've been doing votes, and people wanted, it was a pretty tight race between Minimalist Mint, which I am going to be using the Tombow color 243 for that, and Pine Trees. So I decided to do a little bit of a wintry theme where I kept some like evergreen and pine needle type things. And I wanted to note that I do go through and I do pencil first, only because it's kind of stressful when I am doing the video for this, and I don't like messing up, which I did on this spread. As you can see, I had to go over these because I didn't do my months at the top, so it's a little bit stressful, so I kind of forget things. So I do go through and I do pencil. So I have my cover page, habit, mood tracker, body measurements, a quote, and then my weekly. So that's what I'll be setting up today. So I'll pass you over to the music, and then I'll see you on the other side. everyone. So that is it for January and my minimalist mint look for January, my theme for January. I want to apologize first and foremost because I had some pretty wonky lines in there. I have some pretty serious coffee shakes this morning. Can't really help it. I need my coffee, and I didn't have a lot of time to do this later, and the light was pretty good right now. So I'll just have to deal with the wonky lines for now. So I just went back over sparingly with this mint, and I created that shadow effect with the mint, which I forgot a little bit here. I really enjoy how this turned out. It's very clean, very cut. I didn't include my calendar this time because January starts on a Monday, so it's pretty easy to figure out what day of the week I'm at, so I don't really need to reference it all that much. So my habits is where all these lines got really funky. So maybe I'll go back in and try and use my Moxie Dory, which I probably should have used from the beginning with my pen, but I didn't. You should use stencils when you have them. That is my lesson learned from this one. This is my habit tracker. I couldn't find my brush pen, so I did a lot of faux calligraphy with my Tombow Mono drawing pen number 5, and then most of my regular writing with the 3. And then I went back in and did some shadow effect with this 243 for that mint look. So I decided to do this a little bit differently. Because I'm trying to be minimalist this month, I decided to just have like a little key down here, and I decided to reduce the habits that I was going to track, because some things I don't need to keep tracking, like Instagram. I pretty much post every day. It's really not a big deal if I miss one day, and I don't really need to remember to do it because I use the app Planoly, Planoly, and I'll link that in the description below to plan out my days. So that's the way I did my habit tracker this time. I decided to tie in the theme just a little bit with this banner. Then I did my mood tracker. And if you guys have seen my previous videos from September and October, which I'll link above there so that you can take a look, I actually did this mood tracker where I just wrote out what I was feeling. I associated it with my color code. So if it's blue, that's like how I'm feeling while I'm at work, versus pink is my business. So that's how I was feeling while I was working on business things. So I really liked this, and I really have wanted to go back to it, but the last few months have been really busy. So having something easy was better than having to do all of this. So January is a little bit easier, so I'm going to do that again. I've left a little bit of room so I can do multiple feelings for a day. So I'm trying to keep it smaller this time around by doing it on one page. Hopefully it works. If not, I'll go back to my 2 pages in February. And then body measurements. It's the beginning of the year, so of course I am highly aware of what's going on with my weight because it's always difficult during the holidays. So I decided to break out this spread again to do the body measurements. And then I just wanted something really simple to remind myself that the reason I'm doing this is to celebrate my body no matter how it looks. And I just need to take care of my body just a little bit more than I've been doing. So for me to celebrate it means I need to take care of it just a tad more. So I liked keeping that pretty simple thing. And so then I'll go back through and do my body measurements, and I will put them in here. I'll probably either just do the body fat and weight along this side. I hadn't figured that out yet, so I didn't want to label these sides yet or label this page. And then I'll do another quote here that's pretty inspirational and motivational for me to continue to lose that body fat. So body measurements, celebrate your body. And then I go into week 1 where I continue this little pine theme. And if you saw in December, I did this with the spiral decks, and I was able to keep going for the days. I actually loved this look, and I did it with my mountain theme here, so I decided to do the theme with this look, and then I can keep going with my dailies. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's it. I really like it. I hope you guys did too, especially those of you who voted on it in my Instagram stories. So keep an eye on my Instagram so that you can see how these progress. I will be posting photos. Everything is linked down in the description. If you like this Plan With Me video, please like the video. It really helps me to know what type of content that you like and what you don't. So please let me know. Any comments, questions, concerns, leave in the comment section below. And please, if you really like this video, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see when I post next, which is every single Friday. Have a great one, everyone.